Aloha family, Spencer-Mack here. This is day number 2 for me. I just woke up from a nap. Inhale, exhale, sleep, wake, eat, fast. We're living in a binary system, my friends. All of the audio sounds we have, the light that we see, it's all a wave pattern. And in my perspective, it seems the more in sync that we get with this wave, the more power we're going to be able to utilize. When we have the natural wave or rhythm of nature behind our back or aligned with our movement, we're going to be a lot stronger than if we're trying to do things out of tune. It's like one guy singing out of pitch in a chorus. You're probably barely going to hear him. And if anything, it's just going to be annoying. See, we have this natural sense of rhythm and order and music. We like things when it's orderly and organized. Yet, some of our most fundamental elements of our society are totally out of whack. A primary example is our calendar. The Gregorian calendar has absolutely nothing to do with nature. Now, if we're trying to learn to live in harmony with nature as if we're actually some kind of a natural being that belongs here, why the fuck isn't our fundamental perception of time in some kind of a natural rhythm? Some months have 29 days, some have 31 months. Like, it came from an understanding of the moon, but we distorted it just enough to make it sound like crap, okay? So this is all about the rhythms. This is all about the waves and how to get in sync with nature so that you have more power, more support from your environment. On a micro scale, with our own biological rhythms, and on the daily scale of our circadian rhythm, if we get in a good rhythm, aligned with our circadian rhythm, we drop into deeper sleep. We get more rest, we regenerate more. And then when we come up into our active phase, we have more energy and we can really push the envelope, train hard, work hard, express, create. And the more that we exert and express ourselves, the deeper we're gonna go on that next wave back into our sleep. Now, if we are night owls, really we're thrown the fuck off because we live in an unnatural environment with bad lighting that's throwing our circadian rhythm off, then we're not really playing to the tune. Everything's just a little off. Maybe that's how you feel you get creative, but that's just what you're used to now because of the environment that you're subjected to. Cut off all your electricity, go camp for a week, and see what rhythm you end up on. You're not a night owl. Try it. Getting in rhythm with nature empowers us. We start to understand the language of nature because it works much like a song. We start to be able to pick up the keys from the wind, from the waves, from the animals. It's all a form of communication. And if we're over here on the Gregorian side, we don't understand any of it. So how are we supposed to live in harmony if we're not even speaking the same language? So, enter the Hawaiian moon calendar. Thank God the white man didn't destroy all of Hawaiian culture. God knows there's amazing things we have destroyed that are potentially lost forever, but the Hawaiians have done a wonderful job of preserving their culture. And the more I look into their study and tradition, the more I'm blown away at the depth of their alchemy and their understanding of nature. It's profound. Their moon calendar has 30 days, right? There's 29.5 days in a moon cycle. So there's one day that only comes every other month or so. And each day, their relationship with the moon is so detailed and so close that each of these 29 or 30 days has a specific theme. It's good for healing disease or working on illness. It's good for harvesting herbs, or it's good for planting a certain type of food, or for going fishing, or for resting, or for ceremony and ritual to one of their gods. Each day has a specific energy and reason and theme behind it. It's profound. And one of the primary practices that you work with in order to learn and understand nature, to learn and understand yourself, is called kilo. Kilo means to observe, and it starts with kilo hina. Hina is the moon, mahina, to observe the moon. So we start really paying attention. And what I've done is I've gotten a notebook. I look at what day it is on the Hawaiian moon calendar. I still write down what day it is in the Gregorian calendar, what percentage the moon is, how full it is. I'm paying attention to where the moon rises and where it sets. I pay attention to how I feel. Am I really hungry? Am I really tired? What kind of emotions are coming up? Any kind of themes that seem to stand out in my day, I take note of these. So I start to really pay attention to my own inner experience and external experience and the moon. How the wind is, what the weather's like. And one second. Sorry about that, friend just rolled up. So by taking a journal, a kilo journal, your observation journal, and writing down your experience through the day, your observations of nature, what's the weather like, what's the sun like, what's the moon like, we start to see patterns in how we feel and how nature is unfolding. And we start to comprehend the language and the communication and the song that's going on here. So we get a deeper level of understanding, and we can play our own instrument in harmony with the rest. So kilo, an observation of nature's patterns, I feel is just a key practice to get us back in tune with nature. We've got to get off of this computerized 60 hertz electrically just drenched. There's no rhythm in that. It's robotic. And something fantastic about the moon is it's this feminine element. It's this unpredictable, watery, feeling, emotional, ever-changing. Like the Hawaiians say, you can't know what moon it's going to be every day, because sometimes she fills up faster or wanes slower. So you have to actually pay attention to know what moon you're under the influence of right now. It's fascinating. It actually makes life a lot more alive. The logical mind is like, oh, it is like this all the time. It's this pattern that unfolds perfectly. But nature in time may not be that regular. And also, once you've locked it out, time is like that all the time, you stop paying attention, you stop being present. When you are aware that this could change on a daily basis, you are much more present with your experience. So I highly recommend that, starting a kilo journal, getting off of the Gregorian calendar and starting to create your own rhythm that's in tune with nature. So we can start making some good music, you know what I'm saying? Get back in rhythm, because obviously what we're creating here sounds a lot like chaos. I mean, I feel like I'm in a good place, but when I look at the majority of humanity and what's going on, it's not a good song, okay? We've got to learn how to play this instrument more intelligently. And to do that, we have to listen more and resource from our ancient counterparts who are examples of people who are already doing it right. There's some fundamental things we have so far off, and we have examples of people that knew how to do it right. So the Hawaiian culture has just been profound. Definitely going to share a lot more on that. That's the main idea for today, though, guys. Find that rhythm in your own life. Schedule out your life the way that you train, when you train, what you eat, when you meditate, when you write in your journal. So it's in timing with your natural rhythms, when you have the energy, when you have the hunger. Line up your rhythms with the rhythms of nature, and the two forces will harmonize, and you'll have more power together. You'll be acting in unison. Awesome, guys. That's the thought for the day. As always, lots of love. See you in the next one. Peace.